Hello, Chris Larson, doing good in Kitsap. It is Tuesday. Hello, my friend.
And we are live here on a numerous service that's out there.
We're everywhere. We're live everywhere.
We're taking over.
Now.
We have a new look. I hope everybody enjoyed the new egg of that Jamie made. It's awesome. I totally love it. What is that, marimba or no?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
What is it? Xylophone.
Oh, that is what it sounds like. Yep.
Yeah.
Xylophone.
Yeah, that's something. So, hello,
we're good.
Jamie. How you doing?
I'm good. Happy New Year. Goodness gracious.
Happy New Year.
Time's just flying by.
Weekend. We're already a weekend of the new year. It was a gorgeous day today.
It was, yes.
How bold the mountains look with all that snow that we've got. And I just got to say, thank goodness we don't live down in California.
Oh, I know. That's so heartbreaking. But it's yeah, we had our moments, right? So we had our time.
Yeah. No, well, Monday night I had my windshield away to my board meeting. So hard that it was heat. I had them full on, and still couldn't see the roads.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's you know what? I'm ready for summer. When is summer coming?
Yeah, but we got to get a couple more months. It's another 2 minutes each day. But yeah, days like today, you can feel it. You want to warmth, I guess, is what we want. Yeah.
It is only January, so. But that's good. Hey, we have a special guest today that we want to get to, but you have a show coming up tomorrow night. You want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, tomorrow night. I'm so happy for tomorrow night. I've got to out of the Bayou of Nolens, New Orleans. Chase Myers is going to be Cormac Woods doing a special show for us, and I'm so doggone proud of him at the SoCal Comedy Festival. Best in Fest, and to get that, there's a lot of big name producers that are, and I think everybody. There's some links to some of his video, and come on out and see a up and coming guy that's at the top of his game.
Awesome. So that's McCormick Woods tomorrow night.
Yeah. Cormac Woods, and I think there's about 8 or 10 tickets left. They've done a good job. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, that'll be great. Well, so we're trying out this new system where we're sharing all over the place, and
yes.
And so, but we also have a guest who lots of people know. So I'm going to bring him on here so we can talk and brag about him a little bit. So
hey, there he is.
Yeah. So Joel Gibson Jr., goodness gracious, thanks. We've been talking about having you on the show for a while. So
this goes back to the pandemic, Joel. Jamie and I we're going back. It's like about a dozen different times. It's like, we'll got to get Joel on, and then we just with you tonight. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How about y'all?
So good.
Best days ever. As they are for you right now. You are pretty cool. Tell us a little bit about some of the things that are going on, some of the recognitions you've had.
Oh man, it's been a crazy couple of years, kind of like you guys know. The pandemic really did a lot for us. It stifled, I would say, a lot of musicians, the entertainment industry, local business. Just across the board, right? Especially here on this Doing Good in Kitsap. It affected us too, just across the board. But we just readjusted and tried to do something different, so that's where the Tailgate Tour was born. And
which is a great term, and the tailgate, and you're just so doggone comfortable behind the microphone, and your delivery is so personal. Tell us a little bit of how that came together and how it's going, man.
I mean, that has to 100% go to Brittany, my wife. I mean, I can't take.
You're
I literally,
good man. You're early and often.
I get zero credit for it, other than we started the couch concert, which was a live stream, which is what everybody was doing, and we're still doing that today. And which reached people across the country and some people that aren't even in this country, which is crazy. But the live stream got really old for me because I really love that personal connection with people. And Brittany's like, I wonder, she had seen something on a Facebook post that somebody's doing socially distanced photos of taking people on their porch, and they just pull up near their driveway and they take a family photo of them. She's like, I wonder what would happen if you pulled up and we just dropped the tailgate and they tossed us an extension cord, if they let us just plug in a speaker and just play, and then just give us virtual tips, and we had merch and stuff, and they could do whatever was within their comfort zone. And it just grew from there. We did 60 of those, in 2020, and it was nuts. And it's just grown pretty much from there. And, I figured when we got back to normal, we'd turn it off a little bit, like, hey, we're back to normal. And people were like, no way, like, please don't stop, and, so this year we're still doing it. We're going to try and ramp it up a little bit and, just make it as good as we can and put it right in between all of our other shows, that we're blessed to have too. So.
Well, you're touring all over Washington, and now you've got a bunch of dates in Arizona and Wyoming. Yep. So goodness gracious, life is just blowing up for you.
Yeah, I really honestly attribute the majority of that to our fans. I mean, it really, I know every artist says that, but I mean, we got a pretty rabid fan base behind us that we built from the ground up, just from pure being genuine, hard work, and just being personable. I don't have any interest in being, a star. I'm just a guy that went to an open mic, and it just kind of took off from there. And again, that open mic was my wife saying, you get out there and do it or shut up.
That's great.
And I did it. And so we were blessed from day one to just get booked, and it just kind of, snowballed from there. And here we are still getting booked. And I'm just very grateful and thankful for it.
Yeah.
So.
What a fun way to start off 23 this last weekend at the Clearwater, playing with, Joe Nichols, great guy he is.
Yeah.
How much fun was that this weekend?
I don't, to be honest, we're still processing it. We talked about it on the way here. I was like, we literally got here probably 10 minutes or so before we went on, and we're still talking about Clearwater in the crowd. And I know Jamie and Scott were there, and just so many people I hadn't seen in, 15, 20 years came out to that show.
Yeah.
And they're just there in support. And that's what I'm talking about our fans and the word of mouth and how much it does. But I mean, Joe was amazing. The crowd was just on fire, was that's really great. There to support us, and it was amazing. It really was. And there was some tears, I think, when we went back to the room. Like, we're just so grateful for it. So.
Well, I'll tell you a story, and I told you this that night, but Mark Nafasi, who does sound and lights for everybody big, he's the guy.
Yes. I love Mark.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He comes in. So I was chatting with him just as that near the end of your set. And he's like, man, this crowd is on fire. And this is just the opening act. I said, here's the deal, Mark. This is Joel Gibson's crowd. And Joe Nichols just happens to be coming on after. So the reality is that show sold out in minutes. And I'll say 99% of that was you. And being there in the room and with that crowd, it was a Joel Gibson Jr. crowd. And I've seen a lot of Joel Gibson Jr. crowds around Kitsap. And so those were your people.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It's weird to say, so I think I said it that night in between one of the songs. If you'd have told my 2002 self that I'd even be opening for Joe Nichols, I would have said, you're crazy, right? But, for him to sing Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall Off, and then, when the DJ puts a Joel Gibson Jr. record on or whatever, and then everybody just went nuts, that was insane. I did that. It's to this day, it doesn't seem real, but
great.
It's a big attestment to our crowd, and we're just so incredibly grateful for it.
Well, not long before Joe Nichols is opening for Joel Gibson Jr.,
I'll play any show with him, any capacity that he wants. He was amazing, man. His voice is still just pristine, and I just loved it. I loved his banter, everything. So
agreed. That was fun. So you've got a full month of January coming up, and then but you also have a job. You have a job, right?
Yep. I got a full-time job too. So we don't mention it as much as we probably could or should, but yeah, we stay this busy on the music side and still work a full-time job too with it. The music side of it, the booking, everything pretty much besides me standing behind the mic, Brittany does the vast majority of that, so, we're a team, and that's what she's been doing full-time since 2019, and absolutely could not do it without her, but, still got a 15-year-old, like I always say, 15 going on 26, and got through driver's ed unscathed, but
nice.
I'm still a family man. I'm still, making sure the bills are getting paid and doing that on that other side. So there's never a dull moment.
So one of the fun things about this kind of show, long format a little bit like that, we like to stretch it out a little bit, but back the young Joel, and let's look at you sang, or the first time you picked up a guitar, the first time you thought you wrote to sing, and talk about a little bit of the growth, where you were to where you are, man.
Okay. I'll do the best abbreviated version that I can. I was born in Tacoma and Madigan Army Hospital. Both my parents were in the military, and
awesome.
I grew up out in Seabeck, Camp Union, primarily out there, and went to Seabeck Elementary. Went to CK Junior High and then Clahalee Open. Went there, graduated. Me and Brittany actually graduated in the same class.
That's great.
I asked her out. She turned me down back then. And but here we are, God's fate, right? But music-wise, 17 is when I got my first guitar. But prior to that, music's been in my life my whole life. I mean, it's I think a lot of musicians will tell you that
sure
that is your go-to, that is your crutch. It's always there for you.
Yeah.
And it never lets you down, no matter what mood you're in. If you're sad, there's a song for it. If you're happy, there's a song for it. And there's song association. When you hear a song, you think of a certain memory. And it's always been like that since I can remember, since I was a little kid. My mom tells a story about me singing in Manchester State Park when I was like 3, and I was singing Born in the USA and Pink House's John Mellencamp in front of everybody, and everybody gathered around like, oh, look, this cute kid. And I probably wasn't even good whatsoever. I'm 3 years old, right? But I was in it, but putting the arm up,
Better than cute points.
So the love of music's always been there, but, getting the guitar and writing my first song probably around the time I was 17, 18, which for guitar goes, that's pretty late starter, but I've always considered myself a singer that plays guitar. I'm not a guitar player. I just play enough to write music and play.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it took 2017 is when we started this, so it was relatively late as far as getting out there and just getting in front of people besides my friends and family. So it started in 17. That's a longer story, but nonetheless, my wife got us to go do it. Yeah, she got us an opportunity to go sing with a guy named Greg Leslie down at the Best Western Silverdale Beach Hotel down there. Yeah. And from that point, I was like, I think I can try this out, and the rest is history up until this point,
And who were your biggest in the music you listened to that you would lean on to go back into their catalog to help you out?
Oh man, I'm pretty eclectic. Anybody who's came and seen us knows that my set list is pretty dynamic. I would say, and I've told this story before, but the first time I heard James Taylor on the radio, I can really vividly remember when I was a kid, like just the way not only his voice, but his guitar playing, which I cannot even remotely touch, but just there was something about it just hit me pretty hard. But I've always enjoyed the singer and the song. I've never been really into the overproduction of things, but James Taylor Bruce Springsteen, from a writing perspective.
Sure.
On the countryside is definitely Keith Whitley, early on. Garth Brooks, Alan Jackson, that class of '89.
Oh, man.
I love the singers. Old school wise, obviously Merle Haggard's a huge influence. I got pictures of him in my music room. Johnny Cash.
That's great.
As far as modern goes, I mean, Eric Church is my guy. Eric Church is not even touched. So, Kip Moore is another guy I really like. Ashley McBride on the female side. I love Ashley McBride. The Judds were huge. Me and Brittany both are huge Judds fans.
Nice.
So I mean, it's I pull from everywhere. 90s alternative. I grew up around here, so grunge is a thing. So Chris Cornell.
Yeah, I've got
Vedder, everybody.
to work with Winona. Good stuff.
Really? Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, definitely good times.
So you're, all those people, a lot of those people that you mentioned, they're just great storytellers. Yep. And that's really shining in your music. You've written some incredible songs, so super Northwest songs too, which is cool. Yeah. But, when you listen to stuff on the radio, it's, you hear that same kind of thing from, very local Texas, Oklahoma, whatever. So, so that's pretty cool. So what, do you have a favorite song that you've written?
Yeah, I have a handful, some are more sentimental, stuff that I've written, like The Gift I wrote about our son. Brittany's naturally my muse with a lot of
great
songs I've written with her. But the one on the latest album, Small Town Truth, Love You More, I wrote for her a long time ago, actually, before we ever even started playing live. It's hard to pick a favorite. I would say probably Tire Swings, one of my favorites. Learn,
good song,
is another one. Both of those are probably in my tops. I just love both those songs, and there's stories behind those too. But Brittany's over here laughing about Learn because there's a story behind it. But
behind it, but the story.
I love.
Story. Do you
I
want
love
to bring
the story songs?
Oh, Chris wants the in-depth story. What?
You want to hear the story about Learn?
Yeah.
We got that. We're live, man.
Maybe Brittany should tell it.
Yeah, so there's
Brittany.
She's over here. She's and I'm probably gonna botch this a little bit, but there was I believe she had some NyQuil. We always call it the NyQuil dreams. There's something about NyQuil when you take it when you're just out and you're in this deep sleep.
Yeah.
She woke up, and I don't remember how it came about, but she really woke up and just went like, she's like, you were playing in this park and it was Wild Waves. You were singing at Wild Waves. I was like, why? And instantly I was like, why am I singing at Wild Waves? Like, they don't do live music there. Like, I was just like totally just detached from the story,
right?
But she, no. You were like singing like, and she gave me the melody. She's like, and she just gave me that one word. She's like, learn. I was like, what the heck? And she went to work. She was working nights at the time. She was down at Hops and Drops down there. Used to be Hop Jacks. And
yep.
I literally wrote that song that night.
Wow.
In its entirety. And when she came home, she was not in a good mood. Food and beverage is unforgiving. So you have your good nights, you got your bad nights. You got your good patrons, you got your bad patrons. And she came in, she's playing. She had no interest in what I was playing. I was like, no, just listen. Let me know what you think. And I played it. I started it out, and she was like, had her back to me, and I was playing it. But when I hit the chorus, she like turned around and she started crying. She's like, it's it. That's the song.
Oh.
And it was one of the rare, it's no bullshit. That's one of the rare songs that I've written from start to finish where I got the thumbs up with minimal edits. So
that's great.
That's awesome. Yep. Scott came in the other day and he said, I was just in the car and I was listening because he just downloaded Spotify or whatever. He was on Apple Music before his iPod, I guess, died. So he was on iTunes, and so he just downloaded Spotify, and so he downloaded he's like, now I found a whole bunch of Joel Gibson music. And so he said I was just sitting in the car bawling my head off about one of your songs, and he just handed it to me in Up in Heaven.
Yeah, there's a story behind that one too. That's one of our most requested songs, especially when I play solo, right? Because I put that on the very first solo acoustic EP, the Here Up North which we have no more discs of, but it's naturally it's streaming still. That was the number one most reluctant song I wanted to put on that album. I actually had a song called Northwest Countryman, which is that album is actually named after. There's a line in that song called Even Here Up North, We Still Have Dirt Roads. So it's kind of like, it's not really a dig to the South, but it's like, we're still country up here too. It's not just all about the South, right?
Yes.
You know? So, but the song we didn't like the mix of it, the cut of it. It just didn't fit. And Brittany was just like, you got to do Up in Heaven. And I was like, nobody's going to like that song. Like, it's so personal to me because it's about my grandma, you know, but I started playing that literally probably in the first or one or two shows that we started playing around town. And, you know, naturally the waterworks are going, and instantaneously people are like, that's my brother, that's my son, that's my wife, that's whatever. They just put somebody in that position. And it's been the most powerful song that we play, which I don't get to play very often because I don't want to make people cry, you know, but I do like the power of a song, like the connection. It's the connection always, whether it's Hoodies and Romeos, you know, Drunk, Learn.
Yeah.
Or, you know, people connect with party songs, and some people connect with those deep emotional songs. Like, I'm a Jim Croce fan too, and I was just listening to him today, and I love songs like that, you know. But that's not what gets the bar hopping though either. So
no, well, there's a time and a place for all of it. It makes it that you know, it's how many different ways can you use your talent, and I have some stories, you know, have the entire audience going from stand-up comedy to they're in a church, and they're but there's certain shows that it's appropriate, but what I'm known for sure.
Yeah, amazing. It's definitely an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
And it really is true that, like you said at the beginning, music just connects us to each other, and it connects us to our history, and it connects us to our future. And, you know, the songs that we played on at our wedding, I remember every one of those. And, you know, and it's just, you know, the songs that played at, you know, that were my kids' favorites, the songs that, it all just brings us somewhere. That's what the very best songs do, right? Whether it's, rocking and rolling, or whether it's, you know, a little more mellow. And it's pretty amazing what music does for the soul.
Yep.
Yeah. So, so what do you think? What are you most excited about in the year ahead?
Ooh, we got some cool stuff, man. I some of it we can't even say. I would say, you know, naturally going to Arizona is big for us, and we had a great time down there. Really good turnout last year. A lot of people followed us down there because in the realty world, people own houses down there. So I found out there's
they do
Washingtonians down in Arizona, and
a lot.
Yeah, and it was cool down there. And
the snowbirds are in the there's massive numbers of Washington. Yes, lots of kids.
Yeah, and going to play music in Wyoming for the first time is going to be huge. We just dropped that this week, and that's going to be super fun. We're bringing the band for all those shows, the Jackson Hole and the Wyoming State Fair. I really gotta say it, and the Wyoming State Fair is gonna be a 5-day show. So I mean, it's gonna be wild.
Wow.
But it's gonna be nuts. But I'm super looking forward to it. We love it down there. We've been, you know, we've driven to 49 states, so we've seen a lot of these places, and to go back and to be able to play music, it's gonna be cool. Our solo acoustic show we're gonna do at the Roxy, April 15th. We're going to be recording that for a live performance, and then we also got video and audio. So
good.
That's my first time playing at the Roxy, and so that's going to be a stripped down solo show, and it's going to be, again, more of that storyteller. You know, I'm going to play some new music and some of those deep cuts that I haven't played for a long time. You know, so I'm looking forward to that show big time.
And is that show sold out already?
Nope, not yet. I'd like to though, but you know, like I said, April 15th, they're still on sale, and it's all ages as well. So you know, people can bring their whole family. So hopefully, you know, we're hoping people just kind of make a night out of it, downtown Bremerton, go to dinner, and then come to a show. You know, so
that's a cool venue. We were just there for New Year's, and you know, Joey Dean and the Bootlegs and Heart by Heart, and so I mean, that's a rockin' place. So I'm excited for you, and if we weren't going to be out of the country, we'd be there.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I'm sure you would. I love you guys.
well, we love you. And yeah, so we're super impressed with who you are as a person,
Yeah.
more than anything. And then, of course, your talent. And so,
Thank you.
we had, last year, Joel Gibson Jr. played at the Jensen Realtor Group, summer concert series down in the Scott Jensen Memorial Bowl. So,
Oh man,
whatever.
God, that was so fun. It was a tough load in and load out, but other than that, it was an amazing show, man. It was awesome.
It will be a
Totally
tough
worth
load in and load out again when you're back here July
Yeah.
14th. So
I'm ready. We're ready. The band's excited. They're still talking about it. So
that'll be fun. Well, we'll see what we can do to make load in and load out a little easier.
a slide. A slide. We'll just shoot it down.
A zip line. Scott keeps talking about a zip line.
Yep.
From up top to down below. I'm afraid my grandkids would be splatting themselves on the driveway. So that would be a bad idea. Hey, we can drop this on you. Do you have a guitar? Do you want to sing?
I do.
Okay. Do you want
I
to
can do that? It's impromptu. It's totally live. So no miking, no nothing. But
no,
I
nothing.
can do that for sure.
Yeah, perfect.
It's like sitting on the couch, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
it's like the old school couch concerts. We just recently started miking everything, and we've gotten some pretty good feedback that the sound quality is a little better. So that's I'll take that too.
Yeah.
So you guys got a request, or do you care? Or?
No, Scott Jensen's in here.
Yeah.
Anything?
You do what you like. Scott's
do what you like. All right.
Country as it gets is what Scott's requesting.
That's a pretty rowdy song, man. Let's see.
Do whatever you want.
Let's see. We'll let Brittany adjust this a little bit, but this one's off the acoustic EP. We'll do a little tire swing, just because I love story songs like that. And
you know what? That's
little
perfect.
wispy, a
That's
little
actually,
nostalgic. So
yeah.
Do you remember when kids used to play outside and didn't have a face stuck in a tablet? Rotary dial instead of cell phones, and coming inside when the street lights came on. Grandma's was a place to be. She had a tire swing in an old oak tree. Seems like those days are gone forever, but they still live on in my memories. Sometimes I wonder if theirs will feel like football games on a Friday night, making out in the front porch light, sitting in a church pew on Sunday, knuckling up and raising hell, not worried about going to jail, cause win or lose, you take it like a man. I wanna go back to that time when the innocence was like that old tire swing. That old tire swing. Building forts and talking trucks instead of Snapchat and Instagram, and getting what you want cause you earned it. About your day around a dinner table, surfing the web at a fast food joint, and showing respect to a stranger. It really seems like the world's upside down. Tire swings are empty, and that just kills me. Just with these kids feel the way that we did back then. Football games on a Friday night, making out in the front porch light, sitting in a church pew on Sunday, Knuckling up and raising hell. Not worried about going to jail, cause win or lose, you take it like a man. I wanna go back to that time when the innocence was alive. That old tire swing. That old tire swing. That old tire swing.
Bravo.
All right, thank y'all.
Amazing.
Thank y'all. Leave it to a song I ain't played in a minute to botch the lyrics. It's all good.
No, you were great. We had somebody ask to play hoodies, but
I can do that.
yeah, just play a little bit of hoodies.
Okay, I got you. You just go like this when you're ready to stop.
No. Yeah.
All right.
Go play all night. I got all night. You got somewhere
Got
to
all
be.
night.
I
That's
got
all
nowhere
good.
to go.
I'm part of the Hoodies and Romeos fans. Here we go.
Starbucks coffee, rainy beer, Seahawks football, bleed blue and green's how we roll around here. Like sitting around a bonfire on a Friday night, shooting apple crown, throwing down, rain or shine. And everybody says it always rains around here. We just smile, crack another beer. We got back roads and left the trucks. We love country music, we turn it up. We got Billy Fish, guitar picking, hiking trails, and backwoods living. In the Northwest, everything goes. Hoodies and Romeos. Yeah, hoodies and Romeos. Alright. Puget Sound, overcast days. Nirvana, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Candlebox, Alice in Chains. Like sitting up in a tree stand with a compound bow. Or out on the lake all day long with a fishing boat. Raise a cold one, heavy on Northwest proud. Let me hear you one time, doing good and Kitsap getting loud. We got back roads and left the trucks. Love country music, we turn it up. We like hunting and fishing, guitar picking, hiking trails and backwoods living. In the Northwest, everything goes. The hoodies and Romeos. Yeah, hoodies and Romeos. Yeah.
Woo!
All right.
You know, that's one of the very
And
first ones
Romeo, that is positively Northwest. That is
Yes, sir.
so Northwest. And
and you
actually
know the breaks,
wearing
too.
shorts at the same time.
Absolutely. I've seen people in shorts and Romeos too. It just doesn't fit well phonetically, I guess, into a song, but it's all good.
No, you see it? There it is. Hey, Jamie, I don't know if you know this, but Carlos at the Clearwater this last weekend made sure that Joel signed the.
Yep. I
Yeah,
signed on the pit guard.
Yeah,
awesome.
that's great. So that's going to get auctioned off this next summer when we do our fundraiser. Let you know. So,
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, let people know that you are on the guitar. Proud of you for that, man.
Oh, absolutely. Anything I can do to back the blue and first responders and military, I'm in any way I can. So
that's awesome.
Well, we sure appreciate it. Yeah, I when I saw Joel at the show, I said, "Hey, you signed the guitar, right?" And he said, "Yeah, that's one of the first things he made me do when we walked in the door."
now, Carlos did
That's
not
awesome.
hesitate at all. He was like, "Do this."
Yeah.
I was like, "All right, you got it."
There you go. No, we
That's
appreciate it. So,
Absolutely.
the first time I saw you, I don't remember when it was. It had to be, I don't know, 1920, something like that. 1920. So, no, at the little Mexican place in Keyport. So,
the Torpedo Town Diner.
yeah. So our friend Donna, who works out there at Keyport, Donna Rodriguez, she's like, "Hey, there's this great guy who comes out here. You should come out here and see him." So we did, and loved it from the first day. So
That's awesome.
that was fun.
I miss that place. Acoustically, that place was amazing.
Isn't that
place
something?
to have solo performers. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they still do music in there. Do you sing mariachi tunes?
I probably should learn some, huh? Actually, we just went to lunch there yesterday. I should probably hit them up. Yeah.
Yeah. I think last time we were there, they had some like piano and accordion music or something going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good time. Do you have some favorite places around Kitsap? What's your favorite place to play?
Ooh, that's tough, especially when I'm live and they're going to hear it. No,
Yeah.
No, I've always,
a cool little stage, and
yeah, I like anything that's, it's tough sometimes, right? Because you do play a lot of bars, or we play a lot of bars, right? And some people are there to watch the music, some people are there to watch the game, some people are there to play pull tabs and your background noise. So the dynamic's always different.
And they
honestly
all do have a different feel. You are right there. They all have. So yeah.
Yeah, I would say, any of my earliest ones, like I said, the Torpedo Town Diner, even though it's out there, I always love playing there. The Trace It In pub, even though you're back in the corner with the pull tabs, that place always has a great energy. It's always been great to us. Ozzy's place, even down in All-Star Lanes there.
Yeah.
We haven't played there. McLeod's is always great. The new location and the old location was cool, but definitely the new one.
Love it.
Yeah, that's a cool stage in there.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. We did our, they're graciously enough to sponsor us too. So, we did my 40th birthday party there, last November, and that was awesome. Damn Sure For Me video was recorded there. So that was awesome. And the other thing about McLeod's too is it's all ages. That's one of our biggest feedbacks we get is like, you don't play enough all ages shows. And I'm like, I try, but they're kind of relegated to McLeod's or Whaling Days.
All ages venues.
Yeah, not a lot. So, we try, but I mean, I truly love every one of them probably differently, for different reasons, but
no, good point there. Good. No, well done. And you do pick up when you're playing live at different venues. The show is different because of the venue, and it happens that way.
Yeah, you have to adapt, and it's something I learned early on, and the people that follow us know, like when I'm solo, I don't do set lists because I found early on that I have to read the room and kind of, judge myself off of like who's in there and if they're paying attention, and if they're not paying attention, what do I got to do to get them to pay attention? So
it's valuable.
It's always been my biggest, I guess, feedback that I've given to the younger artists, coming up. They always ask me around here, like, what should I do? I was like, and I tell them, just ditch the cell phone. You got to get off the crutch, know your material, have yourself a good 3 solid hours of stuff you can pull out of your pocket, get comfortable with it and grow your catalog.
Yes.
Because what I found, and the craziest thing was Nashville was the first time we went last year. There wasn't a single bar we went in that every single musician didn't have a tablet, or a phone in front of them. I never do that.
Right.
It's a thing. And I can play for 5 hours with no lyrics, and
Perfect.
no chords, and I tell them it's like a dying thing or something, but I see it as a crutch,
Well, it's one of those in Nashville. So you can walk into any bar in Nashville and, most of those musicians are pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
really talented, but they're getting songs thrown at them that, here's a country guy being asked to play Nirvana. And it's like, okay, sure. Yeah. I'll figure that out. And then they do it. And it's like, man, how do you do that? So that's got to be that. And
that's how they make tips. Cause actually down there, as it's $20 to request a song down there. So,
right.
They play whatever they're asked, to get that. So
have you played down there?
That's great.
Yeah. Yep. We did three shows booked, but I ended up playing 9. Personally, I played 9 stages in 3 days.
Nice.
So we got booked at Luke's 32 Bridge. We played on the roof.
Cool.
Luke's 32 Bridge, and then we did 209 Nash, which is up on Music Row, called the Doghouse Saloon up there, and then Tootsie's on the third night, which was amazing.
Nice.
That's great.
But then we kind of bebopped up and down Broadway, and we had an entourage. We had 30 people that either drove or flew down there that just bebop in and out of the bars with us, and these bars are going, who the heck is this? But they were throwing money in the tip jar, like, let them come up and sing. Let them come up and sing some. And these bands are going like, I don't know who this guy is. And then we went up there, and almost every single one of them are like, this is great. So some of them end up doing more than one.
Cool. Well, next time you go to Nashville, let us know. We're
unofficially shooting for October. We're trying to do something for this October-ish.
Great
in there, so
time to be there. Great weather. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, October's not going to work for us. Could you do it another time?
We'll talk about that. We'll see.
No, I'm just kidding.
Whatever works for you and Scott, we'll make it happen. We're good.
Well, we'd like to do this show
next
live.
Yeah.
We can do this.
We can bring the Doing Good in Kitsap and Beyond down live from Nashville. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
Because it says Beyond. We have Beyond in the title.
You need the Beyond piece. That's it.
We put the Beyond in there for a reason. Hey, you know what? We sure appreciate you coming on here and hanging out with us. And I know you got somewhere to be. So you got a lot of fans. We're getting a lot of comments. Lynn says, Joel absolutely rocked Nashville. It was amazing. And Nancy, we love you, Joel. Lots of hearts and applause. Yeah. So thank you. Thanks
Dana, I see it. See Dana, Chris, Michelle Wilson. Yeah, Lynn, Nancy, we love you guys. Thank you guys so much. And to everybody that's tuned in, to Jamie and Chris here, thank you guys for having me on. And thank you guys for just supporting us. It means
you can share it because it's going to be, it's being taped and that kind of stuff. But we're proud of you, my friend. Everything about your story, your lovely, with a little bit of elbows into your side a little bit there to get you. I'm proud of her for that, and there's something magical about that, and just embrace as they're coming your way, my friend. And thanks for coming on today, man.
Thank you. I absolutely appreciate you guys having me on. Let's do it again sometime. All right.
So for the people who haven't fallen in love with Joel Gibson Jr. yet, where do they find you? So you're active on Facebook. What else?
Yeah, so joelgibsonjrmusic.com and Instagram, we're on there, YouTube, Joel Gibson Jr., and naturally Facebook. And don't forget the Junior, or you won't find us. You'll find an author or some other Joel Gibson from some other state. So and Spotify, Spotify streaming, all that stuff, we're on there too. So
that's great.
Yeah, just don't forget the Junior. That's all we got to tell you. You'll find us.
Thanks for coming on today, Joel.
Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Love you, man.
Love you. Talk to you soon.
See ya.
Okay. So Chris, that was a good time. And so it's always fun to have great folks on with us. And we've been talking about Joel Gibson Jr. for a long time. And certainly, we go out and see him live and see his music, and he just keeps getting better and better and better. And so we're going to talk to him here, but we'll talk to him about the Kitsap Fair, and we can't do 5 straight days like the Wyoming State Fair, but that's pretty crazy.
Wow. Yeah. Well,
anyway,
getting Joel on today, that was such a great get, and what a nice young man. And I love everything about him, and just so doggone proud of he's reaching out in the music world right now, and it's gonna be a fun next couple. Joel.
Yeah, I agree. Nope, good stuff. And so we'll be back here next Tuesday, streaming
Yes.
on Doing Good in Kitsap and YouTube and
Yep.
everywhere else you might be able to find us. So we're going to work
get
on
tickets to Joel for that April 15th at the and
Roxy.
show up tomorrow night to see Chase Myers
At McCormick Woods.
McCormick Woods, and then I look for thanks for playing with us tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see you next Tuesday at 5 p.m. and we'll have another great guest. So
yes, we will. All right. Thanks,
Jamie.
Fun night. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, good times. Bye.